Hello, this is ASMR Vibes. Welcome back to another video. Um, I thought today it would be nice to just take a walk around Liberty City here. And I'm kind of second guessing myself. Are we in Liberty City? I believe we are. Just mixing it up with San Andreas. But yeah, I thought it'd be nice to walk around. And I haven't played Grand Theft Auto for a long time. I did install it somewhat recently. I was trying to get back into it, and I think the thing that I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm sure some people like quite a bit, is the driving. I do understand that they were trying to go for a more realistic approach, but it really, I didn't think it was too amazing or anything. Sorry for the cell phone calling. I don't think I can disable that. I guess we can find out really quick. Let's see. As you can see, I've turned things down as far as you could go. But certain things, it's rather strange. They don't really let you turn down the other audio, which I found kind of odd. Um, and then you're kind of limited here. Um, but that's kind of what we're left with. So hopefully this isn't like too jarring, all the car honking and whatnot. Um, but yeah, back to my point. You know, I really like this game for what it was when it came out. Um, I think a lot of people were let down because the previous game before this was San Andreas, and that was such a good game. This is technically the sequel, I guess, right, to Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm not like an expert by any means, but from my understanding, um, you have the old ones on the PS1, Grand Theft Auto 1 and then 2, which I don't know a whole lot about. I did play a little bit of it, but I don't know a whole lot about those. I just know that they're top down, and popularity rose with 3 substantially in comparison to 1 and 2. Oops. That being said, though, then you have Grand Theft Auto 3, which that's going back to my high school days, I think. Maybe like late middle school. I'm 29 now, so I don't know. Do the math there, but that was like uh, that was like a game changer for I think for a lot of people, including myself. Um, I never beat that because I don't know. I was still kind of getting the hang of those kind of games, and I honestly didn't have the patience. And some of the missions were very difficult as well. I really wish we could like disable this ringtone here. Let's go to menu options. Oh, look at that. Silence. All right, guys. Problem solved. Now, why they don't let you do that in options, oh well. But yeah, I didn't beat 3. I got really, really close to Vice City, beating that. Um, let's see. Then San Andreas I did beat. I had a lot of fun with San Andreas. I did all I don't think it's spoiling at this point, but I did all of the fire truck missions that you could do, those like side missions. So I was immune to fire, and that was like a big deal on the last mission um, because you were able to just kind of run through all the fire. Um, what's ironic about the call from Michelle is I used to have an ex called Michelle, so that's extra humorous for me. But Yeah, so San Andreas I did beat. 4 I did not. And then somewhat recently I beat 5, which I had I want to say the most fun with 5, but it it wasn't perfect. Um, there was a lot of cool customization options that you could do in San Andreas that have since just sort of been stripped. Um, like I think I remember like San Andreas had the Cluckin' Bell that you could um, go into the interior and like eat food and things like that. And if you ate too much food, then your character would get like really fat. And that was always like really funny to me. I'm gonna answer and then I'm gonna hang up. Let's see if that works. See if she gets the message. And they got rid of those things in the subsequent entries, which is unfortunate. Um, those little customization features, I think, is kind of like a big deal um, in these types of games. I think it adds a lot. But aside from that, and there were a few, like I mentioned, like buildings that you couldn't go into. To be fair, I don't remember there being too many you could go into in San Andreas. And 5 did have a few like mission specific scenarios where you were going into interior buildings and things like that. Specifically, like the bank robbing kind of comes to mind. Um, so, it's not like they didn't exist. And those types of missions in 5 um, were, in my opinion, more involved than San Andreas, which I really did like. That part was way more customizable. For example, um, you could you had to scope out let's get on the sidewalk here. You had to scope out um, your team for robbing banks, and the more skilled guys would want a higher cut. Um, so you could get a lower skilled guy or gal in that role. Um, Obviously, the downside is, oh, and there's various roles, right? So you have hackers, gunmen, drivers, and so you have these roles, and the lower skill, would come at some sort of disadvantage. Obviously, an easy example might be the hacker isn't going to give you a long time for the alarms and so forth. Um, so it was just kind of neat. And then the other neat caveat is if you gave the lower skilled guy a shot, he would eventually get more proficient, become more proficient rather, and still he wouldn't get it require as high a cut as the higher skilled individual would. Sorry, I kind of butchered through that, but I hope that explains it a little bit. So there wasn't anything like that in San Andreas, which is pretty neat. Just a second. Hopefully you guys can't hear my overly squeaky office chair in the background. So, it was kind of a mixed bag as far as pros and cons between, oh, can I not go in there? Between San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 5. This is sort of a funny building. I wonder if it's like for a mission or something. As far as the graphics go, and obviously, I'm playing this on newer hardware. Grand Theft Auto 4 runs notoriously sloppy. It was a sloppy port. Um, Going to console, Rockstar could have done a better job. But on newer hardware, it's fine. I think. Um, I think you might be able to see in the top left. We're pretty much at a locked 60, which is pretty funny. It dips below, and in specs wise, in my PC, I have I think it's a 2070 Super. So, and this game's like 10 years old. So that's always sort of funny to me. Like how the heck are we only getting 60 frames? It might be locked. I honestly don't know. That being said, though, I think it looks pretty nice. It definitely has that like, I would call it like 360 era graphics, or like, what would that be? Like Gen 5? Um, yeah, let's get away from all these people here. But it has that look to it. Like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I guess the best way I could say is like the colors are really like they're really like not washed out, but almost like oversaturated in a weird way. Um, it's very like matrixy, you know? Oh, that's funny. What's this guy doing? Like peeking in the window there. But yeah, it kind of reminds me like I'm in the Matrix. That's how I like to think about it. Um, but it is clean looking, and I don't really remember what resolution you would have gotten on like a 360 or a PS3. I'm sure it was pretty low. Looks like someone's car alarm's going off. But one thing you can appreciate about these games is like the detail, that it goes into. Like, I don't know, someone took the time to put like boxes and trash and trash cans and things like that. It's kind of neat. And then you can go to the back here, and there's like a table and some chairs here. Someone took time to, set all this out here. Too bad you can't like sit down though. That'd be kind of cool. See, it looks like there's maybe like a dock out here as well. Maybe we can hop on a boat. Yeah, I thought it would be nice to just kind of ramble today and just do an easy, nice, relaxing, um, calm video where we just kind of stroll about. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Torchlight and Outlast and a few other games, and I have a lot of fun with those, but sometimes I miss just jumping into a game like this. Oh no, we fell through. That's interesting too. The shaders are all messed up for this water. That does not look great. Um, for anyone familiar with how this should look, you'll have to let me know if like that's something on my end um, that I need to adjust, or if that's just how it looks. I feel like that can't be how it looks, but who knows? One redeeming quality for me with 4 is the main character, and forgive me, I am terrible with names, so I just tend to forget. I'm more of a face person than I am a name person. But I really like this character. I think he's really cool. Like he's from, I think it's Eastern Europe, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see if we can. This is probably going to set off an alarm. But he has way more character than, like, say, the guy who plays in Grand Theft Auto 3 who doesn't speak at all. Alright, hopefully an alarm doesn't go off. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, let's take a drive around, shall we? Real gentle drive. And let me know, as always, if you are still watching, if this is something that um, relaxes you, if this is something that you'd want to see more of. Um, because honestly, just making these videos does relax me. And like I mentioned, well, I love playing the other games on my channel. It's nice to just kind of take a break and just kind of drift off into something like this. Um, of course, the other fun part of a game like this would be to go on some sort of rampage. But, you know, like I said, I'm not a great driver in this one. So for me, this is pretty nice. Okay, looks like we're in a gated community there. I don't really want to go on the highway. Um, it's a nice tennis court. So we'll just go ahead and wait for traffic here. It's a nice roller coaster as well. Alright, I'll be honest guys, I can't help myself, so we're gonna cut these guys off. Um, see if we can find another cool area to walk in. What's that over there? Just looks like it's like I was hoping maybe there's like some stairs over there, but I didn't see anything worth checking out. See, like that totally looks fake, but they tried really hard to make it look, you know, like a welcoming, lit up, like coffee house.
No matter how much I wear, there is still a chill in my bones.
Kind of a creepy back alley. You know what it is too? With Grand Theft Auto, I mentioned the Matrix vibe is. There must be like some kind of green filter, like applied to this game. There just has to be. Let's see if we can jump up this ladder here. No, okay, that's too bad. Yeah, but there must be like a green filter. I'm not like a huge fan of those, and I always like when you can install like a mod to remove those. I think like Mass Effect comes to mind, and maybe there's an option to remove it, but I'm not entirely sure if there is. All right, let me go back to the car. Looks like there's anything of note here. Looks like it's rather cold out too. Nico is his name. I just remembered because you can see Nico's breath as he exhales, making me yawn as well a little bit. It's about 9:30 over here on my end. 9:30 on a Sunday. So by the time this is posted and uploaded, it will probably be very early on a Monday. I usually will post and then drift off and go to sleep myself because I have to also work in the morning. Um, I think we were just over there on the left, so we kind of went in circles, huh? We'll just drive on the sidewalk. It's perfectly legal. Yeah, apologies for the loud honks. I hope that's not too loud on your end. I don't think there's a way for me to turn that off. I wish I could. Maybe I'll look up like an easy, oops. Oh, just broke his headlight. Maybe I'll look up like an easy mod or something like that to have more control over the sound. 'Cause that really would be nice. Because, as you guys saw, I turned down the sound effects volume as far as I could, and then I turned down the music completely down to nothing. It's like a weird warehouse here. But honking of horns is still like as loud as can be. So kind of irritating. Hey there, buddy. And I can always just like, I don't know, find like a remote area to drive around that might help. Brooker Navy Yard. That's funny. Guys running across with a newspaper. I know where we are. We are on Mohawk Ave. This is like the, kind of seems like the seedy part of town, huh? It's like, kind of under the bridge a little bit. You know, what's funny is answering and hanging up on Michelle worked, and there's Roman. So we're gonna do the same to him. Alright. Alright. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to end it on that note with this nice look at the bridge at the gas station here. Let's see if we're on the right side. Well, I don't see a, I don't see a, well, I don't see a, what do you call it? Latch for gas. So we're going to just pretend that we're on the right side. I do hope you guys enjoyed watching, and as always, don't forget to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Shooting to try and get up to 20 subscribers. Trying to do it as organically as possible, so I don't really, you know, like tell friends or family about the YouTube channel. It's really just people that come along and are interested in what they see, because that's more important to me at the end of the day is someone that actually appreciates the content. So um, any feedback's always welcome, and I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.